Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, welcome to the second PUC English online classes. In today's class, let us learn or let us discuss about the poem When You Are Old by W.B. Yeats. When You Are Old. While looking at the or while hearing at the title, do you feel something it is strange? Yes, it is. What is strange? Why it is given the title When You Are Old? Let us see. It's written by W.B. Yeats, in the sense William Butler Yeats. W.B. in the sense William Butler Yeats. He is an Irish poet and one of the foremost figure of 20th century literature. W.B. Yeats was an Irish poet who is considered probably the greatest poet in the English language in the 20th century. His early poetry is part of Celtic twilight or Irish literary revival, and it uses the history, myths and heroic figures of Ireland. And Yeats, he had written plays, was one of the founders of Abbey Theatres in Dublin and was witness to the revolutionary politics of Ireland. He was also awarded with the Nobel Prize for his literature in 1923. He belongs to the 20th century literature. Later, under the influence of Ezra Pound, he began to write modernist poetry. He is among the great love poets of the world. He is also called as the love poet of the world, and this is also a love poem, When You Are Old. But it is little strange and it is a rude or it's a cruel poem. How it is cruel? Is it cruel poems can become a love poems? Yes, it is the love poem of a rejected love. Okay, rejected lover. Here in this poem, the speaker, who is the lover? Speaker in the sense W.B. Yeats, he is the lover. He imagines his beloved in the future. See, this poem is something different. Why? Because he imagines his lover in the future when she is old and reading the book of poem he is now writing. Whatever he is writing this poem, it is writing in the present, in the sense when he is young, but he is writing by imagining his future and his beloved's future or lover's future. That is why it is a strange poem. And he tries to say to his beloved or to his lover that in the present, that is, reading the book she will remember the past. If she reads that book in the future, then she will remember the past, in the sense what present they are. Her youthful beauty and the many who admired her, while the others loved her physical beauty and grace, only he loved her soul and her soul searched for something meaningful. However, she will also feel sad that love also vanished. Note how love is personified in the last lines. It is given in the reader. And here the main aspect or the main theme of the poem is just to convey the love to his beloved, and also he is giving a warning to his beloved that if she reject his love at present, then he is warning to her that she had to repent. She has to repent in the future. She has to she has to suffer for that, or she has to pay for that in the future by regretting or by confessing herself. So, what he writes in the poem, let us see. Let me read the poem, listen carefully. When you are old and grey and full of sleep and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once and of their shadows deep. How many loved your moments of glad grace and loved your beauty with love false or true, but one man loved your pilgrim soul in you and loved the sorrows of your changing face. And bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly how love fled and paced upon the mountains overhead and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. See how here the poet is expressing his broken love, how he is warning his love, how he is trying to understand his love to his beloved. And who is his lover? As I said, W.B. Yeats, he is an Irish poet and also he is a revolutionary man, or he is a revolutionist in Irish. Then he was in love with a lady called Morgan. She is also a fashionable and also a revolutionary woman who took active participation in the revolutionary movement or in the freedom fight in Ireland or in Irish. Then this poem is a direct address to the speaker's love. Why? Because Morgan, she rejected his love and she ended up in marrying with another man. So here she married to a man called John McBride. After she married to John McBride, W.B. Yeats, he wrote this poem to warn or to make her feel that she had committed a mistake by marrying John McBride and rejecting his love, who W.B. Yeats love. And the woman ended up with the Yeats by marrying another man, and the poet is asking woman who is still young to imagine a time when she is past her prime youth. Here Morgan, she rejected his love, and after she rejected his love, W.B. Yeats, he could not tolerate that because he was madly in love with her. Then what happens? That's why he writes this poem to convey her the message that only his love is the true love, not others' love. And why? Because others, they loved her only because of her physical appearance, they loved her beauty, but their love will not be remain last or remain for long time when she is in the troubles or when she was fading or when she lose her beauty. And also here he is trying to convey the message to the readers that the time will vanish everything, or it will take away everything. So today anyone, those who are young today, those who are beautiful today, those who are active today, tomorrow definitely they will become or they will fade or they will become tireless, they will lose their beauty, and also they will lose their charm and activeness, etc. And here also he is another message we are getting here is the love which will not change as the people get older. The true love, especially even Shakespeare says the same thing, the true love never lasts or it won't change when the people get old. The same thing here W.B. Yeats is saying, his love will not change though his beloved is getting old. That is what he is saying. The first stanza, what he says, when you are old, he is asking the woman when she is old and grey and full of sleep, when she lost her beauty, when she lost her charm, when she lost her youth especially, and when she is near to her death, full of sleep, when you are old, grey and full of sleep. Old, grey in the sense dullness in the life and full of sleep. See, there is a picture given of a old woman and also the picture of a young girl, and there is her husband and also W.B. Yeats. The two pictures are given in the reader, and here he is W.B. Yeats is asking the woman, in the sense Morgan, to imagine her future when she becomes old. At that time she takes the book, whatever he is writing now in the present when he is young, and this poem he is writing during his youth itself. When you are old and grey, you are dull and full of sleep, you are near to the death or you are near to the end of your life, and nodding by the fire, sleeping near the fire, take down this book. Why she has to she is standing or staying near the fire? Because it is so cold. She is standing near the hearth because to make her body warm, to protect herself from the cold. And here this cold also refers to the end of one's life. And nodding by the fire, take down this book. Take down this book. Take down this book in the sense you just recall or you just remember your past and slowly read and dream of the soft look. You slowly read this book, slowly go back to your past when you are young, and then also remember, also recall your dream of soft look. Your dream of soft look. How many of the people or the men, they were behind your soft look or behind your beauty? And eyes had once your soft, remember your eyes had a kind of soft look and of their shadows deep. So remember your past, how you lived your youth. And also along with her youth, he also tells her to recall or to remember her past, that is how many loved her beauty, okay, how many loved your moments of glad grace when you are happy, how many loved your happy days or happy time, and loved your beauty with love false or true. Many were behind you, they liked your beauty, whether you know that love is true or false, whether you know that they loved your beauty or they loved you truly. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you. But he is telling that the one man loved the pilgrim soul in you. Pilgrim soul in the sense the soul who is searching for something, or when it was in the difficult time, even then he loved her, he is saying, and he is declaring that others who loved her, it's a fake or it's just an infatuation. And here he is telling that his love is the true love, and he is sad or he is repenting because she could not understand his love, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. The only man who loved your pilgrim soul and your changing face, that is me, he is trying to say in this poem. And also this stanza, it's a remarkable stanza. Why? Because it shows how his love fled, or it faded, or it vanished, and how the old woman, that she will repent or she will confess for her mistake. and bending down beside the glowing bars, bending down beside the glowing bars in the sense when she was dull and when she could not reach the past days, or she could not get those back. Murmur little sadly how love fled and paced upon the mountains overhead. So, here along standing or bending down beside the dying fire, glowing bars in the sense is the dying fire, and tells herself in a whisper, in a regretful tone, that her true love has fled and is hiding his face amid a crowd of stars. When she realizes that true love, the poet is saying that at that time the love will not be along with her, that will be vanished, that will be gone away. When she realizes that it is already the time was over, because already he had vanished and he had died, and it's already late. He is saying that she will realize the true love of W.B. Yeats. That is what the poet is trying to tell Mordaunt. So, this as I said, the poem is that was written for Mordaunt. How Mordaunt she grows old with the passage of time, and her loveliness and youthful energy would vanish, and also she would pass the time doing by the fireside or dozing by the fireside, and she would perhaps pick up the volume of the poet's collected poems at the age of her at the old age. She will pick up some of the collection of the poems and slowly go through that the verses where the poet has declared his love for her and admires her grace and her charm. She will realize it later, he is saying. And why he is writing this in the present? Because she has to realize the truth, and to escape from that repentation or from this sad future, she had to change her mind and she had to agree with him. But Mordaunt never agrees to his love, and she continues with the John McBride itself. The poem presents a portrait of a decaying and dying youth and beauty. The poem is also portraying the decaying and dying youth and charm. And here Mordaunt, she is a proud and headstrong girl and also a beautiful girl. The poem is warning to her, as I said, the poem is warning to her. The idea is that if she does not reciprocate his love, which is not merely physical but also spiritual too. So, here it is the warning to Mordaunt that if she does not reciprocate, or if she does not agree his love, which is not merely physical but also a spiritual too, she would have to repent for her mistake in her old age. She has to repent for her mistake in her old age. Her youth and beauty would wither and vanish one day, and the lovers who hover round to her, they may be lured by her bloom, would desert her one by one. So, here those who loved her physical beauty, they may leave one by one, and she may be left alone without anyone's company or without anyone's love or friendship or companionship. So, he is saying then she would remark, or she would remember, and she would regret with a sense of remorseful agony at that time when she becomes alone when she is old, when everyone leaves her and everyone will find their own way and she will be deserted alone. At that time he is saying it will be a sad day, or it will be the time where she will feel, or she will experience that remorseful agony for the cruelty and callousness towards the poet's love, or at that time she will repent, or she will feel sad, or she will confess for denying the poet's love. This is what he is trying to say in this poem. It is a warning to his lover. So, here W.B. Yeats, he is cruelly or in a rude manner or in a rude way, he is trying to convince his lover by writing this poem. Read it carefully and understand it. There are many angles you can think about this poem, and you can analyze this. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.